Hi Virgo, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your monthly reading for December. I hope you guys are all doing well and I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I'm going to start with your current energy and then we're going to look at the month of December week by week all the way to the end of December. As always, Virgo, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you, but keep in mind that this is a predictive reading, so some of these events, if they're not occurring now, they may occur in the next few weeks. Spirit, what would you like Virgo to know for the month of December? All right, Virgo, you are starting out with the Four of Swords, and it is crossed by the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So you guys are on a break from somebody. This person could be in and out of your life, or they could be a player. I do feel like you're not speaking to this person currently, and you are trying to heal your energy. In the very recent past, we have the Two of Wands. You moved into a different direction. Some of you could have physically moved, but there's a situation here where you chose a different direction from this person. I do feel like you're not talking to this person currently, and you are trying to heal. Let me see why all this is happening. Yeah, you're no longer investing in something. You may have decided it was a poor investment. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Show me what's on Virgo's mind. Yeah, you're a little bit unhappy right now. Or you could just be unhappy with this person or this situation. Yeah. So show me December for Virgo. Show me December for Virgo. Show me December for Virgo. All right. So coming in December, we have the High Priestess in the reverse. Something here might be revealed. There's a need for you to trust your intuition as well. You're showing up as a Nine of Wands in the reverse. There's things here that you want to resolve. You want to solve a problem. There's a need for you to overcome something is how you're showing up. You're tired though. Whatever this situation is, it's kind of worn you down and worn you out, and you're tired of dealing with it. Let me see the energy approaching Virgo. Show me the energy approaching Virgo. Show me the energy approaching Virgo in December. Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. This is somebody that has their boundaries up. They're a little bit defensive. They feel like they've gone through a lot as well, but they do want to talk to you. Let me see Spirit's advice. Spirit's saying that these problems are fixing to be resolved. Ten of Wands in the reverse. There's a cycle you've been dealing with. Whatever's made you extremely tired, it's getting ready to resolve itself sometime in the month of December. Yeah, it's time to put the burdens down. Let me see the outcome at the end of December. It could be specific advice on how to resolve these problems as well, so we'll clarify it. Show me the outcome at the end of December for Virgo. Ace of Cups. Wow. Now that could be self-love. That could be you pouring that love into yourself. Or this could be new love or a rekindling of love. There's definitely something with regard to love coming in at the end of December. So I like that. I like that a lot. All right, bottom of the deck is the Three of Pentacles. This is underlying energy. There could be a soul contract here or some sort of physical contract, maybe a social contract that's underlying all of this. I do feel like you're trying to be cooperative in the situation. And you're also working at your own foundation. So let me clarify your reading. Spirit, why is the Four of Swords here for Virgo? All right, so we have the Five of Cups in the reverse. You're opening your heart back up to love, it looks like. Oh, but with somebody new. Yeah, with somebody new here. Page of Cups. Yeah, you went through a difficult time with this past person, but I feel like you chose to move in another direction. Some of you made a physical move, and you are opening your heart up now to love with somebody new. There's somebody that you may have been on and off with. You're currently not in communication, and I feel like you don't even want to talk to that person right now. But you did learn a lot from this situation. Show me why the Two of Wands is here. Temperance. Yeah, you've been healing. You may have moved away from a Sagittarian, but you've been doing a lot of healing. Your spirituality is also increasing. You feel that you were led to, move in another direction. There's a spiritual aspect to your decision here. Why is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse? Five of Pentacles. Yeah, so so you walked away from somebody and they feel rejected. They feel abandoned. You left somebody out in the cold and refused to invest with them any longer because you felt like they were not a good investment for you. And I do feel like you moved towards someone new. Let me see why this Ten of Cups is here in reverse. Show me what's on Virgo's mind. Yeah, you're trying to avoid a tower moment. You could have already had a tower moment with this person in the past because you were very unhappy here. And it's like you only have unhappy memories with this person. And that's part of the reason why you're trying to just avoid them. Yeah, you're recovering from having a tower moment. See, whatever this was in the past, Virgo, wasn't built on a strong foundation, and therefore you were led into a tower moment, or you walked into a tower moment. At some point, you said, you know what, this isn't for me. I'm unhappy. I'm moving away from this situation. And you basically iced this person. You left them out in the cold and, refused to invest anything else in that situation. But I do feel like you did move towards someone new. And so I feel like you're trying now to avoid having any other tower moments here. So let me see December for you. Let me see December for Virgo. Show me December. Show me December for Virgo. All right. We have the Nine of Cups. We have the Knight of Swords reversed, Ace of Wands, the Fool in reverse, Queen of Cups reversed, Ace of Pentacles reversed. Be careful with your money in December. We have the Emperor in reverse. There's a indication here, especially around the middle of the month, that you could lose control of your spending. So be careful with that. All right, Queen of Wands reversed, Knight of Swords reversed, and the Eight of Swords reversed. So you're freeing yourself from something by the end of the month. All right, so going into December, I do feel like there is a need for you to trust your own tuition. That is a little bit lacking right now. You could be acting impulsively, not really trusting the intuition and only moving towards what it is that you feel passionate about, particularly with regard to people. Now, in the first week of December, I do feel like you are dealing with somebody here that you may not have been talking to, but this person is showing up as being untrustworthy. There could have been a lot of passion in this connection, but what I'm seeing here is that you want a fresh new beginning. Something that you're passionate towards. There is that impulsive energy, but you're also dealing with somebody in that first week that's not very honest. I feel like it's almost like this is telling me you're dealing with somebody that's just rushing in with the passion. They're not being upfront, and you may impulsively fall into that, so be careful. Because I'm seeing that there's a lot of passion but no feelings and emotions, and it's not going to work out. In fact, it's going to become a situation with somebody that if you do fall into that, they're going to be very controlling, and you're going to quickly lose the passion that you're currently experiencing. In the first week, though, I do see you exploring what it is that you really want. a need to trust your intuition, a need to be honest with yourself as well. There is, like I said, it's like you're letting your passions lead you. Somebody here in your energy, possibly an air sign, is not going to be very honest with you about their true intentions. In the second week, I do see that there is some sort of passionate interlude or beginning that is taking place. This almost looks like a one-night stand because there is not a lot of emotion involved in this, but there is a lot of passion. It is not going to lead anywhere. I don't know if that's because of you or the other person. And I am seeing, you know, somebody having a fear of taking the risk, a fear of, you know, jumping into something. So whatever this passion is that happens at the end of the second or end of the first week, into the second week, it's not being followed up with a new beginning. It's because I feel like you're going to be pulling back. There's fear involved in taking a risk with this person. And I feel like you're pulling your feelings and emotions back. Yeah, I definitely do. And that'll happen in the second week going into the middle of the month. Now, in that loss I was talking about, be careful with your money because there could be a loss that's going to happen in the mid-month. Make sure you're not overspending, okay? Because it's going to delay you on some other things that you do want to accomplish in your life. In the third week, I feel like you're pulling those feelings back with regard to somebody that you've had an ending with. This ending had to do with someone who there was no stability there, and this person is very controlling. So the situation itself spun out of control. I feel like you've kind of lost that loving feeling for whoever this person is. Could be an Aries, doesn't have to be, but I do see strong Aries energy, as well as Sagittarius and Leo energy. But it doesn't have to be. They just could have that prominent in their chart. This is somebody you had an ending with. You've lost that loving feeling. You don't want to go back into that situation. So I feel like this is the person from the past, not this new person. I do see that some kind of a situation between you and this person spins out of control in the third week. That could possibly cost you financially as well. And I feel like it also affects your self-esteem. You're a little bitter with this person. Whoever this is was somebody that you feel was trying to control you, and you don't feel like this person was honest or that they are being honest. You could have had arguments with this person. And I do feel like this is somebody you view as being controlling, not faithful, somebody that you're a little bitter about. Okay, so I see in the third week, you having contact with this person, and I feel like the situation does spin out of control. I feel like it does wind up in an argument. That being said, in the third week, I feel like you just kind of pull away from this, fourth week. In the fourth week of December, I feel like you just pull away from this person. You stop talking to them. You're not taking any action towards them. You just don't want to worry about them. This is the person who caused you to feel like exhausted. They just really wore on your energy. And you feel like this is a situation out of control. So you just are basically pulling back and putting a wall up between you and this person. By the end of December, I see you freeing yourself from all this anxiety, though. I see you not talking to this person, not having anything to do with them. So let me see. Show me how Virgo is showing up in this reading. You're freeing yourself from something that has caused you a lot of anxiety by the end of December. All right, so we have the Six of Swords in the reverse. What? Yeah, we have the Six of Wands. And we have Justice in reverse. All right, so I do feel like for some of you, you're involved in some kind of a legal dispute with the Justice card here. You're trying to get justice in a situation that you feel like you have been wronged. And I do feel like you're kind of stuck. You're unable to move forward. You're stuck in some sort of a chaotic situation that you're exhausted from, you're tired of dealing with. And all you want is to be recognized and treated properly, but instead you feel like you're being treated unjustly here. Again, for some of you, this is a legal situation as well. But for others of you, it's just this connection. And it is connected to this connection that you tried to move forward from. It's almost like I feel like somebody is preventing you from moving forward. And you're getting more and more frustrated with this person. Let me see the energy coming towards you. Show me the energy coming towards Virgo. All right, we have the Page of Wands. We have the King of Wands. That's more of that fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. I'm also seeing Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and then we have the Two of Swords. So the person that's coming towards you, Virgo, I feel like this is somebody who can be a little bit immature. This is somebody that they could be coming towards you with some sort of legal thing, because I'm seeing something about legalities here and their energy and your energy with the Justice card as well. So this, if they are, this is somebody who feels like they're right in whatever it is that they're doing. You obviously don't. This person is at a crossroads in their life, and I feel like they are taking action, but it looks like it's immature action. Yeah. So, they want to talk to you, I can tell you that. This is somebody you once had a very passionate connection with, but I do feel like they're at a crossroads in their life. They're not quite sure what to do, what action to take, what to say. Are you open to talking to them? So they have built a little bit of a wall around themselves. Let me see Spirit's advice. This is the person that at some point you invested in, but I feel like you walked away from this person and just, you know, they feel abandoned. So they could be a little bitter. Show me Spirit's advice to Virgo. Show me Spirit's advice for Virgo. All right, we have the Four of Wands reversed. We have the Three of Wands. And we have the Star card. So Spirit is saying these problems are going to resolve. It looks like these problems are related to the ending of a marriage. That could be where we're getting the legalities from. And if not, it's a long-term connection. But Spirit is saying there's been an ending here. It caused a lot of problems, and it was very overwhelming. But very soon, you're going to be able to resolve all these problems. This is not going to last forever. This cycle is going to end, and Spirit is saying you may have to wait a little bit. It's going to take some time for this to happen, but then everything will balance out, and your emotions will balance out. Healing will happen, but it's going to take some time. So Spirit is saying, you know, just stay hopeful, and, you know, keep the faith, basically. All right, so let me see your outcome. I love that you have this Ace of Cups. Now, like I said, sometimes Ace of Cups can be pouring that love into yourself, or this could be a new connection. Okay, so we have the Three of Cups reversed. We have the Seven of Swords. And we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. All right, so here's the thing. This person from the past is coming back into your energy in some manner. They may be trying to reunite with you, and if they are, they're not being honest about something here. I do see somebody returning. I see a return, and I see, you know, a dishonest offer of love, a dishonest offer of reunion. There's tricky energy here. There's dishonest energy here. So be very careful with that. Now, on the flip side of that, I do feel like you're pouring a lot of love into yourself. You may have somebody new on the horizon here, because I do feel like there's this person from the past, right? It's like they're preventing you from moving forward, and they're using deception to do it. But once you overcome that, and you will, because Spirit is telling you you will, that's when we have this brand new love here. But right now, it's kind of being put on hold, or at least delayed. And it's because of this person from the past. Honestly, like I feel like they're coming back into your energy. They're an unhappy person and they're very deceitful as well. So I get why your guard is up with that person. Yeah, I get it. But it's kind of putting your love life on hold. Not to say it's not coming through though, because it is. It is coming through, but Spirit is telling you be patient. It's going to be a little bit of a wait, but be patient and be hopeful. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Cups. This is underlying energy, and this does indicate that somebody you were in a solid foundation with, you know, basically treated you with disrespect. There's a sense of disrespect, not understanding what you were bringing to the table. So it's an opportunity that you feel has already passed. So I'm gonna pull an oracle card for you, and we'll see if there's any further information. I do see you freeing yourself from all of this anxiety about this person by the end of the month, though. So just be patient. It's coming. The peace that you're looking for is coming, Virgo. It's just going to take a minute. All right, so you have number 2, and this card is acceptance. So let me read that for you. All right, it says, accepting what is a powerful way to step into your own creative force and be a part of what will be. For change is weaving its way within the world of the Kitsune, and while there is sadness at the fading of one season, there is a sense of gratitude for everything that has been. Instead of lamenting deeply, this Kitsune shows us how to gracefully open our hands and let go of what now must pass. This passing is not forever, it is simply for a time. But we are reminded with this card to allow whatever needs to leave now to go, and to stay within the moment of change and appreciate its gifts. Sense the change all around you and allow yourself to become a part of the change, to be gracious and graceful in the acceptance, which is no passive thing, no weakness, and truly not so much a surrender as an acknowledgement of the passing. It is presence and recognition and allowance. This card can be of assistance to those of you who are unable to see the blessings and gifts within the transition, and to those of you who are rushing through the change, hoping rushing will help you cope. Take your time to savor this passing, just as this Kitsune is admiring and immersing themselves in the gifts of the autumn maples. Know that the acceptance of this impermanence brings a deep and lasting sweetness, a beauty that can uplift and strengthen you, and a place where you can now decide what it is you will change within yourself to match the change all around you. Take time to make adjustments to your own self. Explore yourself and know what it is that can be enhanced and what can be left behind. There is a harvest to come at the end of this letting go, and the harvest will grant to you abundance according to the depth of your own willingness to embrace the cyclic nature of this heavenly life upon earth. So you're in transition here, Virgo. You're in transition, and what is to be can't fully come in until you fully accept and learn the lessons from what is passing. All right. I feel like fall time frame is very important for you with regard to this, and we are in the fall. So, you know, just allow what is passing, you know, gently accept it. Learn what you need to change within yourself to create your better future. All right, I hope that this has been helpful, Virgo. If you have resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you in your next reading, Virgo, know that you are love, and namaste.